The 89th edition of the Masters was one for the history books. Each and every one of us got to see history with Rory Mcilroy winning the 4th major, and that completed the career Grand Slam for him. Took him 11 tries at the Masters, but he got it done. Looked like he was going to try and throw that one away early after doubling the first hole and going back and forth with Bryson, but after a few holes in, he was able to steady himself, and then late, he was able to separate himself, although he did have to go into a playoff and eventually make birdie on the first playoff hole. But a lot of things to talk about here. Starting off, I think we start off with 13. He lays up after a great drive, which we all have our own opinions on that. But personally, he didn't make higher than a par on that hole all week long with going for the green. So I don't know why you wouldn't do that again. If you're going to go into the water like he eventually did, why not do it on the second shot? You're up there hitting 4 instead of 5. So he makes double on 13. I don't know why I keep saying 12. And then we get to 15, second par 5. He hits an amazing 7-iron onto the green. Rope hooks one, not rope hooks, but huge hook around a tree and puts it to about 10 feet for eagle, but misses it, taps in for birdie. Birdie 17 after hitting a great iron shot up there to like 5 feet. And then 18, tournament in his hands, has a wedge and puts it in the right bunker. Hits a pretty good bunker shot considering the circumstances, has a 5-foot putt and misses. So for a second there, saw some flashbacks to the U.S. Open. But and then plays a fantastic hole for the playoff hole. So he was able to get it done. Wasn't easy. I think I would have called you crazy if you said he was going to win it just because Rory notorious for choking at the Masters, but he got it done.
Yeah, if you would have told me he only had to shoot 1 over today, told you were wrong. I would definitely would have thought it had to be 13 or 14 under, especially with Bryson, Ludwig, Corey Connors, all those guys up there in the leaderboard. But yeah, he got it done at the end of the day. Was not pretty until a little bit towards the end, but especially after hole 1, I thought, man, it's just starting early, I guess. But yeah, Rory definitely got it done, and props to him. That had to have been a grind out there.
Rory's round on Saturday might go down as the best Masters round in history. He started the round with 6 straight threes, one of which being an eagle. And after that, he just kind of glided into the clubhouse shooting 66, back-to-back 66s, might I add. And then what surprised me today was that Justin Rose was the guy in the playoff. Going into the day, if you told me there's going to be a playoff one, I kind of would have called you crazy just because Rory had a 2-shot lead coming off a round of 66. But if there was a playoff, I would have told you it was either going to be between him and Bryson or Rory and Ludwig, none of which happened. So Justin Rose played a phenomenal round, shooting 66. Crazy back 9 stretch there. And ultimately Rose second once again. Another playoff loss in the Masters.
I think one of the most under-talked about stories in the week is Max Homa. Coming into the week, 160th in FedEx Cup points, which is far outside of the Tour Championship number. So a huge top 15 for Max Homa to kind of get back. 4 under on the tournament, 3 rounds under par, which is pretty incredible for somebody to finish top 15 after they almost missed the cut. The Masters is really a place where people can either find their game or lose their game. And for a guy that's been struggling for almost a year in Max Homa, this is a great tournament for him, and look for him to carry it the rest of the season.
Yeah, not so good, though. Shane Lowry, 81 today. 9 over. He said in his interview last night that he's still trying to win it, even though Rory's in contention. I don't think he was trying to. He pretty much took himself out of it pretty early and often. Not a lot of squares on the scorecard. Not a good finish for Lowry, but he'll be fine.
Some more surprising performances. Patrick Reed, 9 under total, 3rd. Sungjae Im, -7, tied 5th. Zach Johnson, 5 under. Jason Day, 5 under. He didn't have a bogey in the tournament till day 3 on the 12th hole. Harris English shot 4 under today, got him tied 12th. He said Max Homa. Bubba Watson, I think, should be up there. And then special shout-out to Hideki shooting 66 today, moving him up 27 spots. But altogether, a lot of great golf, and just interesting to see a lot of live guys at the top of this leaderboard. Crucial for them because they don't get any world golf ranking points in normal events. But it's just crazy to me that Bryson's always at the top of major leaderboards. It's also crazy to me that he doesn't win every live event, but maybe that's because he's not trying. So
Yeah. Final thing I want to touch on is Jose Ballesteros. Piston 13 and Rays Creek on 13 on Thursday or Friday, I believe. Said he'd do it again if he had to in an interview. Don't know if that's what you want to say on grounds of Augusta. But we'll see if he gets invited back. You should see him on tour here soon. Up-and-coming star, won the USAM. That's the reason he was there. But drama of the week, Jose Ballesteros.
I mean, talk about a week for this guy. Gets to play with JT and Scotty, and then he gets to piss and Rays Creek. Not many people can say they've done that. But not a good performance by him at all whatsoever. A little underwhelmed by the amateur play this year. We've been spoiled the last few years with guys like Sam Bennett and Neil Shipley making the cut and sort of making a run at it. But I guess those two guys just got hot at the right time. But that is all we have for you guys. Pretty cool to witness history today. And with that, Rory is the 6th guy, like I said before, to win the career Grand Slam. Let us know who you guys think is your favorite for the PGA Championship. We could see another guy complete the career Grand Slam with Jordan Spieth. If he were to win it, he would be the 7th golfer to complete the Grand Slam. But that is all we have for you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.